score is 11-16. Warren County 5, and you're listening to WANT 98.9. We'll be back in 1 minute. And we're back here at Campbell Brennan Gymnasium as we'll get started as Blackburn enters the ball to Brooks, and we'll get a quick scoring wrap up here in just a second when we have a little pause in the action from John Boyce, and he can tell us what's going on. Brooks in front court here, gives it over to Marshall after some penetration. Over in the corner to Shay Coggins. Shay Coggins skips it all the way across to Blackburn. Blackburn trying to make penetration and beat her girl, but she's cut off. Back to Brooks. Brooks again, penetration in the middle lane.
Nice.
Shoots a short little jumper. It's in and out, but it's a great move. And yes, she's going to commit a foul, I believe, as well. And if that is Brooks, and I don't know how many fouls Brooks has.
That is her second.
That's her second, and that's not a good thing for 11, and 11 needs Brooks in the ball game. But here comes Aquarius Paulson to check in to give her a break as Warren County inbounds it and brings it up the floor. Number 14, Camonas, brings the ball up the floor. She is flanked Batista King on one side as she passes the ball to her. King looks back to Camonas, and Camonas tries to make penetration around the right wing, and she's stopped. Back to Frazier. Frazier penetration in the middle, and she's going to draw a foul. I believe that's going to be on Marshall. I'm not for sure as he tries to slice through the middle. And they're going to give it to Blackburn, though. And how many is that on Blackburn, John?
Let's see, where am I at? Blackburn, that's actually her first.
Good. Blackburn's had some foul trouble lately, so we're glad to keep her in the ballgame. Camonas out front. She's back, tries to make the skip pass inside to Martin. Martin outside to Rogers. Rogers with a slicing layup and doesn't make it. A little bit over the rim there, and here comes Ebony Marshall down the floor after being rebounded by Huddleston. Marshall over to Blackburn. Blackburn back out to Marshall. Marshall looking inside, try to get it to London. Can't do it. Back to Blackburn. Blackburn skips it across to Shay Coggins. Coggins back outside to Marshall. And we're going to call a play as Coach Brown signals to play out front. Shay Coggins has the ball over to Blackburn.
They are not coming off our post inside. They've got that center and the far wing both coming down on that post every time the ball goes to that side of the court.
I agree. And old Blackburn, she tried to get the ball down in there to what you were talking about in London, and London double covered one of those Warren County Pioneers that kicked it out of bounds. Shay Coggins, the inbound, it gets it inside to Marshall. Out front to Marshall, excuse me. Marshall back to Shay Coggins in the corner. She tried to go back to Marshall, and it was intercepted. And here comes Frazier down the floor with the basketball. Frazier down the ball, switch it over to Rogers. Rogers for three, and shoots an air ball. Doesn't get a little bit out of her range, maybe. She's a little further out than what she thought, and here comes Ebony Marshall back down the floor, and she is going to walk it. Over to Blackburn. Blackburn in the corner of Aquarius Huddleston. Aquarius Huddleston tries to go back to Marshall. Can't get it to her. Now that she does, as Marshall makes an excellent cut down the lane. Gets it to her. Yes. What an assist there. And Marshall goes for an easy layup. And Lebanon pushes their lead 18-5 with 6 minutes to go in the second quarter. Out front to Tisha King. She has penetration, and it is smacked. It is smacked by London Eli. And Ebony Marshall picks up that smack. Takes it coast to coast and goes for the left-hand layup. What a play there by London Eli and Ebony Marshall. They're going to take a 30-second timeout, and we'll take it with them as we tell you it's 20-5, 11 and up at 5:46 to go in the second quarter. Take it away, Brad. As Warren County inbounds the ball and comes up the floor, and I've got to remember to give John a little bit more time to tell some of the stuff that he's got over here. Hall's out front, and he throws it down in. She throws it down inside to Frazier. Frazier shoots a long three. Long rebound will go out of bounds, and Lebanon will inbound it long on the baseline on the far end away.
Tell you what, Coach, Warren County is not afraid to put up these threes. They have put up 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 threes already, and only making one. And we still got 5.5 minutes in the second quarter.
I guess you live and die by the three, and if that's what you've got for your offense, that's what you do. But Marshall brings it down the floor, throws it down inside to Aquarius Huddleston. Aquarius Huddleston gets it outside to Blackburn, and it's a loose ball there, and it's tied up on the floor by Blackburn and Martin, and the possession area is in favor of Lebanon. Any other stats, John, that stick out at you over there?
Big stat here. Right now, Lebanon has only 1 turnover. Warren County has 6 so far, so we're doing well on our turnover ratio.
Great. Bowman up at the top. She throws it over to Hall. Hall skips it back over to Bowman. Bowman looking inside. London's got everything kind of packed up inside. They do finally get it inside there to Roller. Roller shoots it up and misses. Rebound by London. London skips it back over here to to Marshall, and Marshall again walks it down the floor.
And that time down the court, Lebanon had stepped back in a 2-3 zone. Probably trying to tempt them to keep shooting those threes, how they're shooting them right now.
Blackburn has the ball in the corner, kicks it to Aquarius Holston, back out front to Shea Coggins, over to Ebony Marshall, around to Blackburn, and back out to Marshall. Marshall working. They're working a 4-out, 1-in, trying to get the ball inside to London, and it's not working. But great ball movement by Lebanon that time. And again, there's a little loose ball and tied up by Warren County, but the possession there goes to Lebanon, and Shea Coggins will inbound it underneath our own basket here.
Lebanon playing some kind of motion offense right there. If they keep running that, they're going to get a backdoor cutter on that easily with these big post players they have.
Exactly. Marshall penetrates, goes down inside, tries to get a short jumper to bank in, and it won't go, and the rebound is controlled by Martin. Martin brings the ball up the floor, pitches it over to Bowman. Bowman doesn't see Hall inside and had her wide open, but didn't get it to her. Out to Rogers. Rogers skipped past to Bowman. Bowman looking, trying to get the ball inside. Can't do it. Going to set it up and call another offense. Bowman with the ball out front, over to Martin. Martin throws it inside to Hall. Hall has it, don't want to shoot it. Skips it all the way out to Rogers. Will shoot a three, and it's good. I'm sorry, that's Frazier. Frazier shoots that three, and it's good. So there you go, John. They're going to keep putting them up, and hopefully that's their offense, I guess, tonight. It's 20-8, 11 up, 3:42 to go in the second quarter.
Oh, and she answers right back. Oh.
Yes, Blackburn answered back with a long three, and it just rimmed out to the side. Warren County in possession.
I like that shot by her. Shot it off the break. When she has her confidence up, she's one of the best shooters out. I
agree with you, John. There goes a nice backdoor cut back down there by Bowman. And Frazier saw her cutting backside. Nobody at home backdoor to Lebanon in that zone, and that makes it easy. Coach Brown not happy, and he's going to take a timeout and talk about that. John, we're going to leave it right here for just a second as you kind of fill us in with some scoring right now. I know you've got some numbers over there.
All right, well, from what...
You know, as you talked about their three, if Warren County hits some of those three, it don't take but three of them to get this thing to a one-point ball game.
Make things really interesting really quick.
Yeah. Brooks out front being guarded closely there by Bowman. Almost had the 5-second call and a great pick set up there by Shea Coggins. In the corner to Blackman, back out to Brooks, and Brooks goes to make a little quick move and drags that pivot foot and going to be called for a walk. And if we go back, I think that's only the second turnover.
It's only the second turnover. I think Coach Brown's can handle that going into halftime with only 2 turnovers. Don't want to speak too early, though. Still got a little less than 3 minutes to play in the first half.
Ball out front there.
Get on the floor.
It was kicked by Eisen, but then there's no call. She goes and picks it up and shoots one, and she misses it. Rebound controlled there by Martin. Martin bringing up the floor, skips it all the way to Frazier. Frazier looks inside, can't get inside, so she pumps a three, and there it goes.
It is.
Just what we talked about. Frazier pops that three again from long range, and it goes down and ties it up to 20-13 now with 2:29 to go. Lebanon with the lead. Brooks walks it down the floor, looking inside for penetration. She makes penetration, skips it outside to Blackburn. Blackburn got tipped away, but she made control of the basketball. Back to Brooks. Brooks over to Shea Coggins. Shea Coggins wanting to penetrate, can't do it. Tied up and closely guarded, and the ball is going to be kicked out of bounds off the referee there, but Brooks come by to get a handoff and lost the handle trying to make a quick move. Bowman will inbound the ball now and go inside to Martin and back to Bowman, and Bowman's going to walk it down the floor.
So Warren County's defensive pressure is really picking up. Wide open shot here.
Wow. And still, we got a little trouble defensively there. Nobody at top on Bowman, and Bowman just dribbles to the foul line and shoots a two. And here we go at 20-15 now with 1:50 to go on the clock.
Warren County on a 5-0 run right now.
Shea Coggins has the ball out front, passes it back to Brooks. Brooks getting the screen there by
There it is.
Kicks it over to the corner.
There we go.
To Blackburn, and there you go. She made a great three out of the corner. Blackman's dead eye. You called it earlier. She's good when she can catch it off of the pass there and set her feet. And Bowman's in front now. Lebanon back up 23-15, 1:29 to go on the clock here. In the corner it goes to Frazier. Frazier looking inside, skip pass over to Bowman. Bowman with a long three, and it hits the top of the backboard and then out of bounds. And Lebanon will get it out of bounds.
I tell you, as a shooter coach, you get that 1 or 2 threes in your pocket during that first half, and I would look for Blackburn to come out gunning in the second half.
Shea Coggins takes the ball and drives it home on the baseline there and keeps dribbling until she gets close, and then she banks one in for a layup down there and pushes this lead to 25-15 with a minute to go in the first quarter. Out front is Bowman. Bowman over to Martin. Back to Bowman. In there to Frazier. Frazier looking down low, can't do it, goes over to Martin, and Martin's going to drag her pivot foot on trying to make a quick move over there on Blackburn and give the ball back to Lebanon. And I'm not for sure, but how many turnovers does Warren County have?
That is Warren County's 7th turnover of the game.
Yeah, there we go. And here with under 48 seconds to go, we got Brooks out front. She's going to throw it over there to Shea Coggins. Shea Coggins tries to get inside to London. She's double covered. Skip pass to Blackburn. Blackburn back out to Brooks. Brooks drops and penetrates and had Ison back door wide open for a layup. And she'd have had a great assist, but they're going to call 3 seconds in there on London as we have Ebony Marshall checking in for Brooks and Aquarius Holston checking in for Ison Eli as we end this 37 seconds left in the quarter. 25-15, 11 on top, and Warren County brings it down the floor. We got Bowman in front court being guarded closely there by Marshall. Loses the handle, but nobody goes after it, so she picks it back up. And Martin has it dribbling across the front, skips it inside there gets it down to Frazier. Frazier in the land of the Giants. Can't get it put up, puts the person up, get it blocked. She'll get a 3 seconds, and it's not quick. And it's on the floor, scrapped up, and Bowman comes up with it. They're going to call a foul there. We had 3-11, and we had Shea Coggins and Marshall and Blackburn all over Bowman there on the ball trying to pick it up. Great hustle by the Devilettes there, but we're going to get a foul there, and that foul was on who, John?
Kelsey Blackburn, number 15.
That's her second, isn't it?
That's her second. That is. We tell you, Lebanon went back into their man-to-man, kind of out of that 2-3 zone. Warren County hit a couple threes on them, and I think they decided to take their chances on man-to-man again.
Now, Brooke Bowman, she's going to go to the line now to shoot a 1-and-1, I believe, and her first one's up. Man, it's good. Brings the game down to a 9-point lead, 11-25, and Warren County 16 as she'll get her second attempt here. Again, 10 seconds to go in the first quarter, in the first half as 11 leads. Bowman with her second shot, and it goes up, and it's good. Making 25-17, 11 and brings it down. 10 seconds on the clock. Brooks in front court to Marshall. Marshall looks, kicks it in the corner to Blackburn. Blackburn for 3, and it's good. How about that, John? You called it earlier. She did a great job. Great defense there by Brooks, not letting the ball go in easy. And we're going to end the first quarter here, first half, 11-28, Warren County 17. We'll be back in 30 seconds as we